to be much more relaxed, less formal and low maintenance. We're seeing a lot more cottage gardens, edible gardens, mini orchards and, of course, tropical planting. Well, I've found a garden that's not only embraced one of those trends, but all of them. This garden in Brisbane's western suburbs is the work and home of landscape gardener Sidonie Carpenter. And believe it or not, the garden's only 3 years old because back in the 2011 floods, it was under 4 metres of water. What was the inspiration for creating this beautiful garden?
Really to feed the family.
Oh, right, very practical.
That's right.
You've got horseradish. Horseradish is an interesting crop because to go to buy it, it's very expensive, but here it's growing wild.
It grows like a weed and you don't have to do very much to get a great crop. So I think that there are a lot of these things that we can grow in our own garden.
You've got a great crop of kale.
Kale, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, they all do really, really well here.
And home veggie patches are definitely becoming more popular.
In the last couple of years, I've had more people asking me to put a veggie garden in. People are getting more engaged and wanting to be a part of their gardens.
All parts of this garden actually blend into each other, adding to that informal feel. This is the cottage garden. It's jam-packed full of beautiful, gorgeous flowers. Of course, the salvia's looking fantastic, lots of different varieties. And there's even some fabulous yellow hypericum. You know, it's not only bringing in lots of beneficial insects, but also pollinators, especially for the vegetables. And this is Sidonie's gully garden. Sidonie's philosophy here has been, firstly, plant the things you know are going to grow and really survive, like these beautiful coleus, lovely lime green and blocks of purple. I love the grey native plectranthus, isn't it a beautiful thing? She's also added some risky plants, but they're starting to work, like the ornamental version of the sweet potato. Purple and in flower, bronzy green with a bit of pink in it, and a lovely lime green. These are fabulous carpets that keep the weeds down. Another thing I love are these beautiful log steppers. Of course, this is where the river backed up, and there's lots of gravel for good reason. But the terrific thing is, it's here permanently. No grass, no mowing, and no weeds. Some of Sidonie's tenants are these Indian runner ducks. They help to keep the snails under control throughout the garden. Now, here is a great idea that you might like to borrow. If you've got a steep embankment, put in some steps. But Sidonie's suggestion is timber steps. The infill is gravel with these little concrete steppers. But it could be very glary and hot, so she's softened it all off with an interesting group of plants. A little perennial ground cover Veronica, fabulous little thing. It'll flower later, nice little blue Hebe type flower. A juga, another blue one, and then up the top there, some Dichondra silver falls. They're all working to soften this off and reduce the heat reflection. This really is a clever, practical garden. Even more amazing when you consider the entire thing was underwater just 3 years ago.